Oh, I think I've done it. No, I haven't. Oh, that's right. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Yeah, but I don't want it back. Oh, you know what, everyone? It just drives me mad. What happens if I do that? Just have to stay like that. Right, tea. So, this week, if I can do this without killing myself with stuff that's on floor. So everybody, I'm having some steak tonight. I want one of these medallions and I'm going to make some of these mushrooms, which I've been cooking all week. And I can't sort the camera out, it just won't go right. And we're going to have it on a pita sandwich. And I was going to do a video today. I've actually filmed some stuff, but listen, loads has happened. Basically, I just had a pretty busy day at work today because I had loads of stuff that I needed to sort out. Right, I'm going to cook this steak in the air fryer. Can I just get that? Is that better? That way? No, because then you can't see, Frigga. Oh, can you hear me now? I think I'd muted the oh, you can't see. I can't have it down there because I can't keep looking at that double chin and then you can't see. So I'll just put it back down there like this. So yeah, today I've been busy with work and I've been doing some filming and I was going to get a video together for the vlog week. But I'll be honest, I just can't be bothered, everyone, because I've got footage, but it's hard, you know, to like put it together. Not hard, but it's a bit time consuming to put it together, and I've just been really busy with work. And I know I look like an house end, I am an house end, but even more so in this, because it's just a big pyjama thing. But I thought we could make garlic mushrooms. Anyhow, I went to Tesco and I went up to, you know, a fruit aisle, and there was a fella there with his wife, and they had this trolley. Anyhow, I'm trying to get near there was plenty of room for me to get in, and I'm just about to get near to where the fruit and veg is. Let me just sit down a minute and tell you this story. One sec, that works. Yeah, so just got my glasses. So I went to the, hang on, let's have a look here. You've really made that place yours. I remember you're moving in for, do you? So much different now. You'll know if you've been watching anyway, but I've just been in the attic after work. Because I'm having that as more, you know, because I do like a lot of crafts and stuff. So I've started, my next thing is, I was looking up there to see if I can see it. You know, these handles that I did, well, they're no good because I like them to look at, but they keep cutting all my fingers open when I open the cupboards and that. So I've got to change them. These ones, they're really, can you see how sharp they are? And the older they're getting, the sharper they're getting. So I'm going to have to remove them. So I've decided the wood, I'll say hello to everyone in a minute. I can see comments, but the wood that's I got from the forest where I did the bed with, I've got loads left over, so I'm going to make some door handles for each of the kitchen doors, but I need to carve them out. What I want to make is like long handles about that long, and I want each end to be like, you know, shaped and a bit unique looking. So that's what I'm doing next. I'm going to do it upstairs. So what am I cooking, Muck the Day? I'm making steak with, so beef steak with mushrooms and garlic, and I'm just going to have it with a pita bread. Wonk donk, how do Chuck? Hi Wonk donk. I'm all right, love. Oh, Muck the Deer is always dead nice saying hi to everyone who joins. And Andrew, I've just discovered Dodworth up your end recently, Sarah. Lovely little town. I'd recommend it. Wentworth Castle near too. Have you just moved up Barnsley way then, Andrew? I've been to Wentworth Castle. I've done a tour of that. I did Wentworth and I did Stainsborough Castle. So Stainsborough Castle is on the grounds, isn't it? So I've also done Cannon Hall. And in the graveyard, or what's it called, Cawthorne, there's a graveyard there which is next to Cannon Hall, and it's got all the lords that used to live there. Anyway, so I've got 5 minutes before I need to put them mushrooms on, so let me tell you what happened today. So I've got my trolley and I'm trying to get near the fruit and veg, and there was space, but I sort of manoeuvred round, and then I had my trolley on the outside, and I'm trying to make sure that the walkway is clear, so I'm not blocking anyone. And I'm just about to go and like grab hold of this fruit, and my foot, I had my trainers on, and the side of my trainer caught the wheel on the trolley. So I like stumbled a little bit, didn't fall or anything, I just stumbled, and I went, oh, and I put my hand out, and I happened to touch this woman's trolley, right? And I can see comments, I will have a look, but if I don't tell you the story, I'll never ever get it out. So I touched this trolley, and I said to the woman at the same time, I went, oh, I'm sorry, I overbalanced a little bit then, and then just like laughed. And the fella, the husband, right, he were about 6 foot, maybe 6 foot, 6 foot, maybe that, or maybe not even 6 foot, I don't know, but he were a bloke, right, and he had one of them all year round tans, shaved head, and a tattoo on the back of his neck. I noticed all this afterwards because I didn't pay any attention to him. I weren't thinking about them. I weren't thinking about anything. I was thinking about not getting in people's way. And he went like that to his wife. He went, fucking, right, said the proper word. He went, barging away in like that. And I realised what he said. And first of all, I did barge my way in, right? So I'm one of them, me. I mean, I'm dead nice, but I'll start. You know, like, I'll start if someone starts. So I went, what did you just say? And he said, he went, well, effing pushing your way in. I went, listen, I said, I didn't push my way in anywhere. I said, I actually stumbled. I said, and I apologised. I went, so you need to shut your rap, don't you? To this big bloke. I don't start, like I said, but I saw red. Anyway, he didn't say anything, and then he just tutted and walked off, and then I think I shouted like mouth after him or something like that, but it was dead loud in Tesco's. So basically I showed myself up in Tesco's arguing with this bloke, but I've got form for it because I won't have it, everyone. I won't get bullied by anybody, especially those fellas with those tattoos. You get stuffed. Anyway, I've just discovered, right, let's have a look. Sounds delicious. Hungry now. Well, you'll see it in a minute. We're going to get on with that thing in a minute, and then we'll get it scoffed. So Andrew says he's from Home Valley, Home Firth, but popped over to Wentworth the other day. Had a look round Dodworth too, really enjoyed it. In that graveyard in Dodworth, Andrew, is a cricketer called Roy Kilner. And he was, I don't think he was a member of the famous Kilner Jar family, although they were from Wakefield. I mean, he might have been, I don't know. But Roy was in the England cricket team in the 1920s, I think it was 1928, something like that. And he'd gone on tour to India. And while he was in India, I mean, they didn't have planes then, it was all ships, weren't it? But while he was there, he caught this disease. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was dysentery or something, or whether maybe he just picked up something, you know, because he'd gone to India and it was different country, different, you know, challenges, I suppose, back then. Everything wasn't as global, was it? But anyway, so he got poorly and they ended up sending him home soon. The rest of the team stayed on and he came home. And when he came back, he managed to get back home to Dodworth. It's spelt Dodworth, but it's Dodworth. That's how they pronounce it locally. Anyway, when he got back, he literally fell into his wife's arms and then died within hours. Sad story, but he's buried in there. And also, one of the Busby babes is buried in there as well, I believe. So, yeah, Muqthadia. Yeah, I know Muqthadia. I'm sick of these fellas. Like I say, I don't normally start, but I'm sometimes, you know, people need telling, don't they? Bullying people, or trying to. Right, so let's get this bloody garlic sorted. Have you seen this, everyone? I got it from something on it there. I got it. It's a Jolie thing, and I got it from Tesco's, and it's a garlic chopper. And you put your garlic in the top there, and then squash it through. I'll show you how it works. I'm sure I've just seen a comment off my friend Lou. Oh, hiya, Lou. Yeah, thanks. You know what, Lou? It's a bit of a selfish manoeuvre because I wanted to make sure I put something out tonight, but I couldn't be bothered, you know, doing that editing malarkey today. I've just had a busy day. But the footage that I've filmed today, I'll put it up in tomorrow's vlog because it's not going to get covered in this live, is it? Apart from that fella who I did film him, obviously. So, Andrew, I'll have a look for him next time, bless him. I know, Muqthadia, yes. Julian Forrest, hiya Sarah, you okay? Yes, I am, thanks Julian. A bit tired. In fact, you know what, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine. I have this wine, everybody. I don't drink alcohol, so I get this 0%. Sometimes it's a bit dodgy, this though. Oh, I think it's one of them. Hang on. Sometimes the top flies off. It's lethal. Worse than like a champagne bottle. Oh, for God's sake. That were a trauma. So what we're saying? Hiya Chris, how you doing, lover? Oh, garlic chopper. Oh yes, I've done that before. Going live is something easier than editing. I think lives can be better. I think it just, yeah, I agree with you. And I think it just gives, it's a bit different in it, I suppose. But, right, I need to get these frigging mushrooms on, because if I don't, we've only got 3 minutes. Oh, shit, until that steak's ready. Is everyone still there? No, I don't want to cancel my stream, do I? Weekend already. Bernadette. Lose life. I'm rubbish at opening bottles. Is that mild BLTN? Weekend already. Well, not quite, but it's not alcohol, is it? So it doesn't really matter. I mean, I may as well sit with a glass of water, really, for what it's worth. So, in with the garlic. There's loads in top there, look. Mushrooms in. Salt and pepper. Where is it? There's something else that I usually put in and I can't think what it is. So yeah, I'm trying to think, everybody. Oh right, yes. I've got something to tell you. So this weekend I'm going to Oldham. Saturday, I think. Yeah, I'm going to Oldham Saturday, and I'm doing a video, and the video that I'm doing is old photographers from back in the day. So years ago, I'm talking like 1800s, late 1800s. There was loads of photographers around Oldham. There was one at the Park Gate, there was one up Park Road, one on Henshaw Street, there was Gartside, there was Squire Knott, there was Alfred Knott, who was Squire's son. So like Squire, where the frick? Look at that, it's just broke off. Squire Knott is the famous Oldham photographer, and he lived on Queen's Road at Side Park. He had a beautiful house on there. The original door's still there and everything, like where he would have walked in. Let's have a look here. Bernadette said Mancunian question mark. Not really, Bernadette. I'm an Oldhamer, but comes under Greater Manchester, doesn't it? Look, the day England are in the Euros final. I think that's what everyone's been going crazy about, isn't it, this last day or so. My mum was just telling me there was a party going on in the house across the road from them. The steak's ready. Let me just have a look at the steak. Let's have a look together. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That air fryer, Lou, you and Chris have got that air fryer, haven't you? That U10. Well, I don't even know if you've got it anymore because you've got a new air fryer every other week, you two, haven't you? But that U10's brilliant. Like everything, I cook everything in it. 190, 15 minutes, and somehow it just comes out cooked. It's miraculous. I think these mushrooms are nearly ready. Muqtadir's a photographer. Never! I didn't know that, Muqtadir. Well, you'll like that video then. But I've got a lot of photographs that these people took, which I'm going to be putting up in the house, making frames for them. That's going to be a bit of a thing. But for Saturday, we're going to go and have a look where the studios were. We're going to look at who they were as individuals. I'm going to try and find where they were buried. I know where Squire Knott's buried because we visited his grave before. Right, we need to put this food together. My house is just, honestly, just shocking at the moment, everybody. Everything's everywhere. And I'm constantly cleaning, and look at that table. It's been like that for like 5 days now. Every time I clear it, half an hour later, stuff's all back on it. Oh, by the way, I think the ghost is back as well. What was I talking about? Let's have a look at some of these comments because I can talk and talk and talk. Yes, we still have it. It's great. I love it. They just announced the Colosseum has been saved too in Oldham. Great news. It is great news, and I'll tell you why. Well, it's great news because it's great news, but I was sorry that the Colosseum really is a building that I've never done a tour on. So now that it's being saved, I'm going to get in touch with them and see if I can do a tour. I'll tell you what I have done around that Colosseum though. You know it's haunted. Well, I've been to the grave of one of the ghosts. One of the ghosts, or the body of one of the ghosts, is buried in Grinnikers. I think it's on the video that I did, which is where I showed the outside of the Colosseum. Like I say, I couldn't get in, and I think it was around the time when they were saying it was shutting down. But yeah, the guy that haunts it is buried, or one of them that haunts it is buried in Grinnikers, and he was a stage manager there. He was an actor, and then he ended up managing the place. Right, so I'm just going to put these mushrooms on, everyone. Ta-da! And then we need to get the steak out. I'm just going to cut the steak in this pan because I've not left myself any room on that plate to do anything. I'll just do that. This pan, I bought it from Asda. You can buy them still, Scoville they're called. But I bought it from Asda about 4 years ago, and you can scrape it with a Brillo pad, and they just don't lose the sticky top. You can't annihilate them in any way, shape or form. They're absolutely amazing. I've got 2 frying pans, and they're brilliant. I'd recommend them. You never buy a pan again. There's just no need. Look at that burnt end there. I'm behind on comments, everyone, because I'm making this, but I'm going to go to the table now. So, do we need any sauce? No. I wanted some. What's it called? That yellow stuff? Is it mustard? Yeah. I don't think I've got any. Believe it or not, I've got everything in this house but mustard and salt by the looks of it. But it's okay because I've got this one here. So everyone, that's the steak butty. Doesn't it look good? That doesn't it look good? So I'm actually on a diet, everybody. I'm on the Weight Watchers diet, but I'm flitting from subject to subject, and I'm going to sit down now. So I'm on the Weight Watchers diet, but someone in the chat the other day mentioned the carnivore diet. Where's my wine? I've not even had a sip of that yet. Jesus. Yeah, she mentioned the carnivore diet. Anyway, I've been looking into it. She recommended this YouTuber. What's it called? I remember Kent Carnivore, I think it's called. Just hang on. If you don't drink alcohol and you're looking for a decent red wine, this is all right. But I like the Marks and Spencer's one's the best. Right, let's have a look at some of these comments. Look for dear. Yep. Lou, Poshwater, Sarah. Yeah. Chris, hey, Sarah, I like what you did to your bed. So if you haven't seen that, everybody, basically, I went to the forest. I foraged a load of wood and I made it look like, well, to the best of my ability, I made it look like branches were growing out each bedpost on my bed, and it's pink. And I love it. Oh, Lou, smash that like button. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, everyone. Kushti, they've just announced. Oh, right. Sorry, I've read that. Yes, we still have it. It's great. Love it. Yeah, I've read that. So, yeah, I'm sorry to answer your question. Oh, no. I thought you was asking what's my favourite toast topping? Cheese. No, cheese. Can I have two? Cheese and marmalade, but not together. I really like butter and marmalade. If I had to choose between the two, it would definitely be marmalade. Right, let's give this a go. Mmm. Very nice. Let's see what's done. Melted cheese. Lou says, my life is, I have too much stuff. Muck the Deer says, great. Anna keeps asking what my toast topping is. Richard Adam, are you a witch? What makes you ask that question? Answer that and I'll tell you whether I am or not. Lou's life, that would be fabulous. Touring the Colosseum, I bet they would love you to tour it. Lou, listen, if I do it, if I can get a tour, how about you come? Maybe bring Connor, if Connor fancies it. Would he like that? Don't know about the little him. He might not be into it, might he? It needs some more salt, everyone. What's going on here? Richard Adam, you look like you have a dark soul. Really? What, like a nasty person? Anna, yes, I love Asda. Well, Anna, my favourite toast tapper is beans. What's yours? Anna's Marmite. That's a good call, that, Anna, to be fair. Muck the Deer says, I've cooked it well, thanks. It's that machine, Muck the Deer, honestly. U10, I think it was 50 or 60 quid off Amazon. It was nothing. Oh, yeah. I think I can, Lou. I just don't know how to bloody do it. I don't know how to do it, Lou. How do I do it? While I'm watching, while I'm filming. Oh, live in. But yeah, I can do, definitely. But meanwhile, I can take a look at that. Muck the Deer says, enjoy, thank you. Lou says, marmalade, not had that in years. Your tea looks fab. Ray says, hello. Hi, Ray. Lou's life, I would love that. I will ask the boys. Kieran's starting acting classes. He's doing... Oh, well, Kieran will love it at the Colosseum. Need to get him in at the Oldham Rep. Not the Rep. What is it, that? The Oldham Theatre Workshop. Is it still going, that? Muthadea says, I wouldn't say that. I think you have a lovely soul. And Loose Life says, Sarah, you're such a lovely person. I'm so glad we're friends. Click on my name and it should come up to make a mod. Okay. Add as moderator. Managing moderator. You're a managing moderator, Lou. Crack on. I think I've just given you control of my channel, haven't I? Right, so I'm going to answer the question about being a witch. The answer is sort of. So the first thing they need to know about witches is, you know, you listen, like what's been reported. It's like, oh, they do this, they do. It's not about that at all. It's not about associations with dark forces or anything like that. That's not witchcraft. That's something else. Witchcraft is all about an affinity with, in a nutshell, it's like an affinity with nature. It's about witches have this rule. It's like a standard thing where you don't wish ill upon someone else, because witches believe or pagans or people who follow Wicca, they believe that if you wish bad onto someone, it will come back on yourself. So that's the thing. And just to answer your question, Richard, no, I'm not a witch yet, but one day I will be, when I can be bothered to start practicing. But I am going towards that, yeah. So, Ray Phillips, is that wine you're drinking? It is Ray, but it's not alcoholic wine. Zero alcohol. So I stopped drinking. It was 12 months in February, so nearly a year and a half. And best thing I ever did. This is really chewy, this steak. I'm so sorry, everybody. Lose life. No, just keep an eye on chat and get rid of trolls. Oh. What is your definition of a witch? I wish good to all except those who deserve karma. Who decides if someone deserves karma, though? That's the thing. Once you start making decisions about what people deserve, you start bringing those things back on yourself. It's better, in my opinion. Defend yourself when necessary, in a legal way, but don't wish bad on people, because it will come back on you. Kismet. Looks the deer says, like in the Wicked film. I've never seen that Wicked film. Is that what they do? Looks the deer. Oh, Steve Hornby's in. Hiya, love. How are you? I hope you're well. Ray Phillips. Oh, this isn't good. I'm following a witch. In the past life, I was a witch finder general. You know, it's funny, actually, Ray. You know, this culture that we've got nowadays. I was thinking the other day, it's a little bit witch trial-y, isn't it? You know, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but there's a lot of people naming a lot of people a certain thing nowadays, and it's not necessarily true. Karma, looks the deer, yeah. So, anyway, let's get back to these photographers. So I'm going to come down Monday. There's two things, Saturday, there's two things that I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Grinnickers because I want to try and find that memorial to St. Peter's Church. I'm also going, I don't know what time I'm going. Could be the crack of dawn, it could be the last thing at night, I don't know. Then I'm going to go and do the video on the photographers. We'll have a good look around the cemeteries for the graves, for the ones that I can find and identify. That won't take me long to do that, to identify them, and then we can go. Lou, if I click on that message, I think it'll end me stream, because I tried to do that before. But I think I saw the beginning of what you were saying. Let me just try again and do something. There shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be a problem from what I can see. Chris says, take care, talk later. Bernadette says, I just realised why you look familiar. I've seen you on YouTube. So anyway, Saturday is going to be a photographer. We'll do that. And also, I think I might film I've got a bit of an obsession at the moment with St. Peter's and the people who lost the graves. And I managed to locate a lot of the addresses where people lived. I'm talking from late 1700 to mid 1800. We've got weavers, turners, trying to think of some of the names. There were some fabulous like trade names, you know, trades that don't exist anymore. There were some family stories, tragic family stories, literally some families where the daughter would pass, the son would pass the next day, the wife would pass the day after, the other daughter had passed the day after that. And there was literally funerals that were taking place on a Sunday in St. Peter's Church in Oldham, which is where the Spindles is now. And there'd be like 4 family members, there'd just be the dad left there. And there'd be 4 family members going in that all passed on different days. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what the causes of them were, but, you know, people had it rough back in the day. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Weight-wise, I feel like this week, I feel less bulky. I don't know if that will show on the scales. No idea. But I also feel that I might be running out of something to say on this live. So if you've got any questions for me, specific questions, let me know, everybody. Lou says life was a lot harder back then. We don't know how easy we have it now. No. And I know when I get like really fed up with things being removed in the town, like buildings, history, it's because with every historical building, and I see an historical building, something that's been up for like 100, 150 years, you know, it's got a past, it's got a reason why it existed in Oldham. I just think, you know, it's gone. And like, all right, I remember it, you remember it, but like in 20 or 30 years, people growing up, they won't remember it, in the same way that all those buildings on Marketplace at one point in Oldham had the most beautiful buildings. I've got a wonderful photograph that I'm going to show you in a video soon, probably in the St. Peter's one, I don't know. And I'm going to do another St. Peter's, not specifically on the ground, but there's just some lovely buildings. There's other churches in Oldham that existed that no longer. Did you know that there was a Methodist church? Was it a Methodist? I think it was a Methodist church up on St. Mary's. That's no longer near the Barker Street estate, which is no longer there. Were you aware that back in 1830 there was a beautiful forest wood type estate where Barker Street is, or where Barker Street was? There's only a little bit of it left now, which belonged to Thomas Barker, who was the business partner of Thomas Henshaw, who built Oldham Bluecoat School. And literally he had this big mansion house in the centre of Oldham town centre and it was covered with trees and woods, a massive sprawling estate, you know, just fabulous stuff. There's loads of this butter left, but I'm getting to the stage where I'm full, everybody. So I think I'm going to leave it. Did I also tell you? I know I have done, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it's relevant. And I've thought about this and I've got a bit of an issue with it because I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right because of who this person is. I don't think it's right, full stop, to be fair. But even worse for who this person was. So in the crypt in Oldham Church, and I've filmed it. So if you want to see it, go and have a look on the channel. There's a video on there, which is Oldham Church. And while I'm in there, I go down in the crypt. They give me a viewing, which was really, really nice of them. And I'm not calling the church at all, right? So I want you to know that. But I walked into this open crypt and there's a coffin there. And the coffin is a lead coffin. And on top of the coffin is candles. And what they do midnight, well, not midnight, but they do nighttime walks around the crypt, like where it's just candle lit and it's really eerie and stuff. And and I need to tell you something on the tunnels in a minute because I've got information. But I walked in and I looked at this coffin and I read the inscription on the top, and it's Thomas Barker's coffin. And what they've done is they've opened the door, they've put candles on top of the coffin as a prop. And people come in and they don't know, they don't even know who he was, they don't even know who the person was. And it troubles me. And it troubles me that I even filmed it and put it on, but I had to put it on because of the significance of who he was, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I go too deep on stuff like this, me. Let's have a look at these comments. Chris has left. See you later, Chris. Oh, Bernadette means me YouTube videos. All right. So you've seen them, Bernadette. Lose life. Oh, I'm back. I can talk now. Bernadette. Tragic. Lose life. Life was a lot harder back then. We know how. I've read these and I'm so sorry. Lose life. I know what you mean. Social media, it can be like a witch hunt and people jump on bandwagons without knowing the truth. That lad who. I can't see, frig all. I'm going to put my glasses on. That's better. That lad who went missing in Tenerife, all them bad things people saying, his poor family. Oh, I wish these mansions were still around. Oh, listen, don't get me going on the mansions. What about all those bloody mansions that were in Werneth Park? John Platt. Eli Lee's mansion is still there. Still need to get inside that building. I want a tour of Eli Lee's house. I'm absolutely obsessed with him. And everybody, I'm going to show you Eli Lee's is because I think he's fabulous. This is an AI mock-up. I did look at it. Look at him. So handsome. The actual original picture. Let me show you the original picture because I've got this in my house. That's Eli. Eli was the grandfather of Marjorie Lees. So if you're from Oldham, you'll have heard of the Marjorie Lees Health Centre, Marjorie Lees this, Marjorie Lees that. She was a real person. She was a suffragette. She never married. She had her grandfather's house in Werneth Park, which is still standing. They use it as some sort of educational centre now. And she left Werneth Park to the people of Oldham. But the park at one point was the ground of the rich. John Platt lived there. Josiah Radcliffe lived there. His son lived there. Honestly, they've all gone. There was a mansion over at Westwood. Oh yes, I've seen that vid, Sarah. Stephen Hornbit. I went to do the crypt tour at night. What did you think of it, Stephen? Was it all right? I've never done the nighttime one. Probably, I've never got the opportunity. But I'll tell you what I did do, and this was years ago. Back in the 80s, I was a kid, and I did the tour of the crypt as well as the tour of the tower. So years ago, you used to be able to go right up onto the very top of the tower. You can't do it now because of health and safety. But I'm telling you now, right, I was walking around. If you watch that video, you see that I go up to the first ring in the bell tower. They let me go up where they pull all the things down. And if you go further up, you actually get to see the bells, like there's the beautiful big bells that are hung there. But the danger is there's nothing to stop you from falling to your demise. And all that there was to stop me falling down there was a rope. That's literally all it was. And I remember seeing it and thinking, my God. But the view from the top of the Oldham Church is one of the most spectacular ones. And if you've seen it, you'll never, ever, ever forget it. So Mukthadir says that you definitely need to ask, sorry, Lose Life, you definitely need to ask of you, can do this tour of his mansion. That would be epic. Marjorie Lee's, the name lives on. Yeah, Marjorie Lee's, I was saying on my video the other day, and I don't think I added this. Basically, Marjorie Lee's had a sister called Dorothy. So Marjorie never married. Now, I think Marjorie was probably a lesbian. That's what I think. Because at the time, women married, you know, that's what it was. But also, she may not have been a lesbian. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? But she was a strong, independent woman. She was a feminist in the truest sense. She was a suffragette. She set off gaining the vote for women. She was a true civic champion. You know, she was a fabulous, fabulous woman, and she shouldn't be forgotten. And she gave so much away to Oldham. I mean, think about it. She had Wornth Park as an estate, and she gave it away. Don't get me wrong, she wasn't short of money. I think when she died, she was worth £800,000, and she died in 1970. I think it was 1972 that she passed away. And she, what's the word I'm looking for? She had this beautiful house, and she, like I said, she had 800,000, and she left it. So, but she had a sister called Dorothy, and Dorothy did marry, and she ended up moving out of Oldham, and she lived in this beautiful big mansion house with this rich husband, and she had family. And one of the things that I would really, 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 really like to do, and I'll start the ball rolling, is I need to find out whose Dorothy's family is nowadays. And the reason why I want to do it is because I want to find out who Eli Lee's. What I'm obsessed with him. I want to know who he is. There's literally no information that I can find. If anyone can help me, let me know. But I can't find any records. I know that he had several businesses. I don't know what he was like as an individual, though. I like to think that he was a nice, kind person. But I don't know. I know that he was a shrewd businessman, and I know that he made a lot of money. And yeah, he left a ridiculous amount of money. But there you go. The bottom and the top of it, everybody, is that in terms of Oldham's history, the amount of videos that I've still got left to do are vast. And I intend to do more of them. But oh, Stephen Hornby said he wants to do the crypt tour at night. Apologies, Stephen. I just saw that. I thought you said you went to do it. That was before I put my glasses on, I think, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But anyway, everyone, I'm going to call it quits. I've been on for 48 minutes. I've talked and talked and talked. And there will be another video tomorrow. There will also be the weigh-in on Sunday. Hopefully I've lost some weight. If I haven't lost any weight, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I've already lost 3.5 stone. I know that I can lose it. And I'm going to continue. Well, no, I'm not going to continue to do what I do. I think even if I have lost weight, I think I'm going to go and try that diet next week. And see how I go. And that would make a very interesting vlog. So that's it. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to call it quits at that. Thank you so much for watching. And Lou said as a final thing, oh no, she said it. So I'm going to go, everybody. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow in a pre-recorded video. And Sunday, I will be going live to do a weigh-in. I didn't even plan that, but that's what I'm doing. Although I wanted to weigh in the morning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to weigh in the morning. which is what I did last time. I weighed in the morning to start, and I'm going to weigh in that. But I'll also do a live and weigh in the afternoon and see what happens, and compare it. I don't know, but either way, I'll do a live and tell you what I've lost, and then we'll plan out what I'm going to be doing from there. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the live, and I will see you in the next one.